Did you know there's a very good chance that My RV key will actually open your RV's pass-through storage locks? The CH751 key is a standard key commonly used in the RV and mobile home industry. If you have something locked up with a CH751 key, anyone with that key has access to your stuff, and I promise you, these keys are everywhere. Knowing this, you may want to consider changing out not only your pass-through storage locks, but anything in your life that is locked up using a CH751 key, especially if you keep your RV in a shared storage lot. I swapped out my storage locks to these cam locks, which use an entirely different key. Welcome back, everyone. So today we're diving into the lesser known, less discussed things that a lot of people are not doing, but should be doing to their RV. Now, some of these things will be maintenance or safety related, while others are just good things to understand as an RV owner. As always, links to all the products mentioned in this video will be down below in the video description. All right, let's get started. I think RVers are diligent about inspecting their roof. At least checking and resealing your roof is a common discussion, but maintaining your door, window, and slide seals are definitely less mentioned. It is important to add seal lubrication to your maintenance list if you haven't already. Well-maintained seals are an important form of protecting your RV from water damage, but they also help keep the cold air in during the summer and the cold air out during the winter. Doors and window seals are basic and pretty easy to identify, but your slide outs will have crush seals and sweep seals, so make sure you are looking at all sides, top and bottom, and both inside and outside the RV. I'll lubricate all rubber seals and trim a couple times a year to keep them from dry rotting. There's a lot of products out there to coat rubber seals. Personally, I use the 303 Aerospace Protectant on all rubber seals, all plastic trim. It's one of the best protectants on the market. It keeps the seals nice and soft. Just spray it on and use a clean microfiber cloth to spread it out and rub it into the seal. There's a few areas on the outside of your RV that have open exposure for ventilation or draining purposes, which means it's an easy area for insects or small animals like mice to hide. These areas are behind the fridge, at the water heater, and at the furnace intake and exhaust. And that can lead to a lot of problems in a gas furnace. As an RV owner, I pull the panels behind the fridge at least a couple times a year. And as you can see, even when it's cleaned twice a year, dirt and dust will still accumulate back here. So I'll just vacuum and wipe this area out. In my humble opinion, RV manufacturers really should be doing a better job screening these areas off. But until they do, it's something you should consider doing. There's wires, electrical components, and access to the inside of your RV that we just don't want to give insects and small animals like mice access to. Camco has insect screens that cover all of these areas. There are different sizes depending on your rig, but I'll put a few links down below so you can get started finding the right sizes. I'll be the first to admit, this is not something that I did from day one, but after finding a mud dauber nest behind my fridge, I immediately put screens on all of these areas. So another item that is not commonly discussed is cleaning the power terminals on your RV. This would include the terminals on both ends of your shore power cord and the connection on the RV, your battery terminals, and all the terminals that connect your truck to your rig. Over time, you may notice corrosion or oxidation forming on your power terminals, and that means your terminals are not making complete connections. When terminals don't make the connection they're intended to make, resistance increases, current flow decreases, and that could lead to heat and a lot of electrical problems. So there's a few products out there that you can use to clean terminals. Deoxit is one of them. BW100 is another. I use the CRC electronics cleaner. The reason I use this is I've used CRC products in the past and have always been happy with them. You can spray this right into the terminal plugs. It's non-conductive and it will help clean off any oxidation. It evaporates quickly and it doesn't leave a residue. On exterior terminals you have access to, you can speed up the process and just take a cloth and wipe it off. It doesn't take long to do this. I usually do it once or twice a year. It keeps all of my terminals clean and my connections good. RV plumbing in its design is fairly basic. Usually showers and sinks drain into gray tanks, while toilets drain into black tanks. However, there are some exceptions where certain RVs' showers and sinks will drain into the black tank, and this can create a messy problem for a few reasons. And while black tank valves should always be closed until you're ready to dump, it's not uncommon to leave gray tank valves open. So you're brushing your teeth or washing your hands at the bathroom sink. You leave the water running because you're connected to a water hookup. Your gray tank valves are open, so you think your sink water is dumping directly into the sewer. All of a sudden, your black tank starts to overflow. I would not rely on the idea that your gray water is going into a gray tank without checking it first. It's an easy process, and you only need to check it one time. It will have to be after you dump all your tanks and they're empty. close all your gray tank valves but leave your black tank valve open. Just run each sink and shower individually for a few minutes. If you see water coming through your clear elbow from a shower or sink after a few minutes, you know that faucet drains into your black tank. And that is something you're going to need to be mindful of when using that faucet, especially if you keep your gray tank valves open when you're at a full hookup. So if you're enjoying or learning something from the video, please let us know by liking, subscribing, and commenting below. As always, I appreciate your support, and we can continue making free content for you because of our sponsors like RV Snap Pads. In fact, RV Snap Pads are now available for travel trailers, but these are a little bit different. Introducing RV Snap Jacks. Just like the Snap Pads you've probably seen for auto leveling systems, Snap Jacks are designed for the scissor stabilizer jacks you'll find on most travel trailers. RV Snap Jacks have up to 274% more surface area than a scissor jack foot, and with more ground contact comes much more stability. The pads are made from 100% recycled tire rubber, which not only conforms to rocky and uneven surfaces better than a metal plate, they also provide better grip and less sinkage into soft ground. They protect your RV's landing gear from wear and tear, plus they also protect your driveway or campsite from scraping and rust stains. Installation is simple. Lower your scissor jacks, remove the 2 bolts and the scissor jack foot, line up the new replacement foot, install the new bolts, and you're done. There's a lot of different sizes and options available. I'll put a link down below in the video description that'll take you to their website and automatically take 10% off of your order. Okay, moving on to the next tip. If you carry your owner's manual with you in your RV, which you should do, this is good to have in case you need to reference something on the road. It's a good idea to go onto the manufacturer's website every once in a while and see if they've released an update to your owner's manual. As manuals get updated, they'll put some information in there that wasn't in the owner's manual upon its initial release. There's a lot of reasons why RV manufacturers would want to add information to old or existing owner's manuals. Also, it's important that, especially if you camp in remote areas, that you keep that updated copy stored directly to your phone's hard drive. Remember, you're not going to be able to access the internet or the cloud if you're camping in an area without cell or Wi-Fi service. This next one is a rule that I live and die by. Now, I wouldn't say that leaks in RVs are common, but they do happen more often than you think. It's not even the PEX plumbing line that's the issue. PEX hose is more than durable enough for the low pressure application in an RV. If you get a leak in your RV, in most cases, it's going to be at the plastic fittings or the connection points. It's important to remember that no matter how you're getting your water, it's always pressurized inside the RV, even when the water pump is not running. So if you're heading out for the day or even a 1-hour hike, if you are using the city water connection, turn the water off at the pedestal before you leave, and if you're using your freshwater tank, turn off your water pump. That way, if you do spring a leak while you're gone, your water pump is not emptying your tank inside your RV. I would love to make another video like this using the input from you guys, so leave us a comment down below about something that you think is important but isn't mentioned all that often, and I'll get to work. Until then, this video over here highlights all the essential items that we keep in our RV. I spent 5 months making this video. It's a massive list. And this video over here is a top 10 list of the most popular RV products chosen by you. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.